Testing the microphone, 1, 2, 3. Staying in for a little bit more, guys. I'm just gonna go grab a chair, and then I'll be good. Hello, hello? Is my microphone coming through, guys? Just want to make sure it is before I start anything. It is coming through. Alright, I'm going to turn up the music a little bit. Just let me know about the audio, because this is going to be my first stream without headphones. So I just want to make sure the music and everything like that is good as long as it is. I'll just turn on the camera. So I do want to give you guys a heads up. I did get a new camera, so things should be looking much nicer now. It's going to be very cool. Let's see. Switch back to here. Alright, here it is, guys. Here's my camera. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, I was gonna do a bit.
No, it's
Hold on,
over.
guys. I'll move it. The bit's still alive. Wow.
Wait, restart the stream. Restart the stream. I'll cover the webcam.
Yeah.
Restart the
Thank
stream.
you. Alright. Yeah, how's the new camera? How's the new camera, everyone? Do you guys like it? It's so cool, right?
It's 720p, 24 FPS.
It's the world's best webcam. I just wanted to make sure on that.
It's waterproof. You can go try that right now.
It's not waterproof. We are not trying that. And I do want to also invite.
Oh. I'm proud to announce I'm actually taking over the channel.
He's taking over the channel. We're gonna make Skibidi toilet videos now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. I just wanted to let you guys know about that. It's gonna be a big change coming to the channel soon. Crisp and bright. All right. Yeah, you can scooch in a little bit into the
4K
camera if you like.
saturated.
There you go.
Okay.
So we got Justin. Woo!
This is actually me. This is me.
He's a water bottle, guys. Don't worry. Whoa. There we go. Webcam's perfect now. This is gonna be the worst webcam ever. Let's see what it looks like down here. Are you able to see anything? Oh, you can see both of us just barely.
Yep.
So this is how you know it's gonna be a good stream.
It's 4K.
Alright.
Ultra HD.
I'm just gonna test the chat, see if it works. Half the time it wants to, half the time it doesn't. You guys already know this. Alright. I don't think it wants to work today. Alright, we'll fix that real quick. Don't worry, guys. Your stuff will show up. Uh-oh! Jamie! Nope. We do have dog here. She may bark a little bit. If that's the case, excuse her.
She's gonna throw the stream.
She's gonna throw the stream. Alright. Switch that back. Sometimes this wants to work. Hoping it does. Alright, we're gonna test one more time, guys. Test. Guys, I don't think it's working. Well, I'm no engineer here. Wait, what is this? Hold on.
Stream over, guys.
Oh no, it's unmute. Or undo mute. This is so unfortunate. Hide delay? 62 seconds.
Might be the issue.
That could be the issue. Nope, it's still not showing up, guys. What's your thoughts on the chat box, anyways?
It's funny for VOD reasons.
It is funny for VOD reasons, but I don't know if we'll be able to do it. We may not.
You could just have the VOD like on your YouTube channel, like, and just have the chat box, like the chat replay.
Yeah. Alright, here's what we'll do. We will export the chat, and we're just going to replace it with the YouTube one, alright, guys? Let's see. I'm going to find... Sorry, this is only able to be done, like, on stream. Otherwise, I'd prepare for it. Browser source, here we go. Alright. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. This is high level video editing. We're gonna call it chat.
Streaming, and it's fine.
Oh! Alright, and then we're gonna capture... What's this called? I don't see it. I don't think it likes chat. We may have to go without chat. I apologize. We're gonna have to go without it for the stream. I'll fix it another time, I promise. But at least for now.
My bad, guys. You know, sometimes we don't. I made a mistake.
He made a mistake. Now it's gone. Alright, we'll get it to work eventually. So, anywho, welcome everyone. I guess I should be leaning this way now.
Yeah, hi. I need to be in camera.
You do. How dare you? Get out of the camera. So, we're gonna be ranking every single game that I played this year. I played a total of 53 games on here. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but it also is a lot. This is how many games I had to play and pretty much finish. So, that's at least 3 games right there.
Just so everybody knows, this is a fake list.
This is not
at about 12 a.m. we're gonna do another stream where we rank every Garden of Banban release.
We're not doing that. We are not ranking every Garden of Banban release.
I don't know, man.
There's gonna be like 3 games.
No, there's like 5.
There's like 5.
I think there's 5. I think
oh God.
No, there's 3 Poopy Playtime games.
Poopy Playtime. So, anywho, I think I announced it in the Discord. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I did. People better join. Or I'm gonna cry. Alright, I'm just gonna type something in chat. And we're good. Alright, sweet. So we're just gonna start ranking them, I guess.
Okay.
It's gonna be awesome. Also, can you guys hear the music well? I just want to make sure you can. If not, I will turn it up a little bit. It's up to you guys. We do have music. We love music.
We do not like music here.
Actually, I guess I can check on my phone. I'm a little dumb. Let's see. Oh, this is a little loud. Never mind, I heard a good balance. I'll turn it down by 1, okay? Just 1. 1. I'm showing you on the wrong side.
Volume.
1. Just exactly 1 volume. Alright, and I'm just gonna send it to someone and I'm good. Bam! This is the stuff that I love to do during a stream. It's awesome. Because I forget to do stuff.
Half the entertainment of the stream is watching the prep for the stream.
This is true.
About
But anywho,
2 hours of this will be prep and 30 minutes will be talking about the video games.
yes. There's gonna be 5 minutes of video games.
I thought that was Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs. And Ghost of War.
Goddamn. Alright, well, we're just gonna start here. So, anywho, we'll start at... what should we start with? Justin, pick.
I think we should just go down the list.
Go
left
down
to
the
right.
list, top to bottom?
Yeah.
Alright. So we'll start with Rec Room, guys. I think, Justin, you have a lot to say about this game,
Yeah,
right?
So I have about 3,500 hours in Rec Room. Best game ever. The updates recently haven't been so great. But it is on every platform. It's on Xbox One.
Just Xbox.
PS4, Nintendo DS, Wii, Commodore 64, if you're into that.
My favorite exclusive game, Rec Room Games for the Commodore 64. But this is just a DS game named Rec Room Games. There's also a VR game. I played this for one of my videos. If I were to rank it, it's not a bad game on the Wii, but it's also not a good game on the Wii. And that's the same with the DS. Some games work, some games don't, and they just ported both exact copies over. We'll put it D tier because it's pointless, but it's also not. It's kind of funny. Legends of the Guardians. This is a movie adaptation by Zack Snyder, one of my favorite directors for My Chemical Romance. He decided to turn it into a video game, and it actually wasn't that bad. I'll give him that. I think I could pull up gameplay real quick. Let's see.
Santa Claus? Like,
Alright, we got... Here we go. Let's see. It was called Legend of the Guardians. So the game looks somewhat like this. It kind of looks bad because I was playing on the PS3 with AV out.
Tell me about audio.
Oh, yes, there is audio. I'll mute that real quick. But yeah, no, this game is pretty much just a movie adaptation with some actually impressive set pieces. Like, you can see this animation. For a cheap little bargain bin game, that's not bad. It is the G-Spider. Yeah, I'm the only one out there. Looking at the world's best game, Legend of the Guardians. I'm going to make this a little larger for you guys. There we go. So, for a licensed game, okay, a licensed game, this would be A tier. As a game, I'm gonna put it at B. It's actually not that bad. Quite impressed by it.
It's a pretty rating.
Yeah. So Kayak VR. This is a kayak VR game. There's not much to say about it. It looks really good visually, like it's one of the best looking games out there, but there's also not too much to do. We'll put it at B for being pretty cool.
Let me make my stupid game reviewer joke. It's called Kayak VR Mirage because it's a mirage of the fact that you think you're going to get more than 15 minutes of gameplay out of it. I've never played it. I hear it has like 10 minutes of entertainment.
Yep, there's 10 minutes of entertainment for a, $13 price tag?
But it's like $20
yeah.
in PSVR.
I want to get 400 hours on that game. I think that'd be really funny. Just people look at my Steam profile. Oh, wow, he's played a lot of kayaking.
I love Kayak VR, guys.
Yeah. So, Hubris is Kayak VR, except without the kayaks, and they replaced the kayaks with gameplay. The gameplay, though, not that good. But, you know what? Actually, we'll put this down as C tier because Hubris is just the better kayak game.
Yeah, I played the demo on PSVR 2, and it was very pretty. It had this really nice ambient occlusion effect that made me go like, wow, that's like epic and awesome.
It is. It visually, it is a great game. And there is stuff like multiplayer. There's like...
Wait, there's multiplayer?
Yeah, there's full multiplayer built in. You can do like races against your friends, see what times you can get. It's just for a game like that, it visually looks so good that most computers can't run it, so you're pretty much just stuck with either PSVR 2 or like a $2,000 computer. And even at that, like, is it really worth it for kayaking? You know? But Hubris is actually pretty good. There's some fun gunplay in it. It's got like the same water effects and everything. Visually, it's not as good as Kayak. That being said, I'd rather a little bit less graphics for an actual game. Anyhow, Sneak King.
S tier.
We're not putting it S tier. Sneak King. We love Sneak King. This is Burger King game. Honestly, I should probably just have this folder open. Let's see. So Sneak King is the world's best game. This is pretty much... Did the music stop? Oh, the music did stop. I apologize. I guess I can't play two things at once. Alright. We'll turn up the volume for this guy to 3 then. So Sneak King is an amazing game. This is the Burger King action stealth Metal Gear Solid Last of Us.
Those are the in-game graphics in the intro cutscene, by the way. Those are what the game actually looks like.
Yeah, this runs on Commodore 64 and it looks this good. But yeah, no, you pretty much just sneak around. You have to get people burgers. There's nothing else to say. You just give people burgers. Look at that hungry person. Overall, again, for a licensed game, it's pretty decent. That being said, it's not Legends of the Guardians, okay? This is going to be, like... B is as far as licensed games are going. As long as there's still bargain bin, okay? We can still throw, like, Scott Pilgrim S here. But Sneak King, it's going to get a C.
I think, anytime I think of Sneak King, I think of the German 985 clip where he pretends to be, like, a guy who thinks the game is extremely funny anytime he gets, like, a successful burger, or whatever they call it, when you successfully sneak, he, like, starts losing his mind. Yeah, hold on.
Alright, we gotta find this.
German Sneak King burger.
German Sneak King burger.
I don't know, you'll probably find it in the comments of that one.
Yeah, he pretty much just played Sneak King. Like, that was it.
That's not
This is not Sneak King. This is a lie. He pretty much just played Sneak King, that's about it. Is that Genotype? Yeah, it was. Genotype's a good game. Go play it, guys. But, yeah, overall, it's not too bad. Not too bad, but it's not extremely fun
either.
either.
Rec Room Games.
If I was 3 years old and I got this out of my, like, little Burger King, like, McBurger meal, okay? Like, I'd be happy.
3 years old.
Yeah. Before Your Eyes. This is a very unique game. It's short. It's, like, 2 hours long. That being said, it's unlike anything that I've played. The story, how you progress, is you have to just keep your eyes open, locked to the screen, and anytime you blink, it just skips whatever scene you're on. So whether you're learning about, like, one of the characters or, like, trying to find something else, the only way to blink and not go past the screen is to wait long enough, and then select, like, a little area that you can blink with. It's pretty much just as a click. But overall, very good story. Makes you appreciate, like, a lot of the little things in it. And it's ported to PSVR too, so it uses the eye tracking for that, which is also sick.
I was gonna buy it, but I was like a couple cents short, and I was like, you know what? I'll buy the far superior game Rock Band 4.
Hi, Sage Cade. But yeah, no, words cannot describe this game. It's very good. I highly recommend it to a lot of people. It was one of the very few games that was able to make me cry. I'll put it S tier, honestly. Like, it's just that good of a game.
Does it have guns in it, though?
No.
F tier.
Overwatch 2. Cats Hidden in Italy. Cats Hidden in Italy is just a little like point and click game. It's nothing crazy. If you just want a game with cats, it's like free or like $1. It's something cheap. Anywho, it's not like the world's best. D tier, we'll put it at. Doom.
I have some thoughts on Doom.
I was able to finish Doom 2016 this year. I got like the little ROG Ally. It was pretty fun. And I ended up just sitting through playing all of Doom, seeing like performance differences and everything like that. And I really got to appreciate Doom again as a handheld game, which was honestly really cool. It plays really well as a handheld experience, which I was not expecting. But yeah, no, Doom, I'd probably have to give either A or S.
Doom 2016. Let me chip in on this.
I haven't played Eternal.
I think
just
I
to put it out there.
won't mention Eternal because there's a whole other discussion to be had like with Doom 2016 compared to Doom Eternal. Doom, I think like kind of like thinking about the time as well because the franchise was like dead and the previous game was not well received. Like Doom 2016, I think is an immaculately designed shooter with really good levels and the soundtrack.
Soundtrack's better than Doom Eternal. I'll say that. I've listened to the Doom Eternal
really
soundtrack.
I think. Well, Doom Eternal soundtrack works better in the game. The Doom Eternal soundtrack like is infamously pretty bad on its like uploaded versions. I'd honestly say Doom 2016 is a very high A tier, not an S tier.
Very high. Put an A tier. Oh, we should be like organizing these too as well. All right. Well, this is gonna be high D. Yeah, obviously that's gonna stay the same. Same with that. There we go. All right, we'll organize these. It'll pretty much be ranked.
It's a good graphics game.
Good graphics. Ghost of Tabor. If you've heard of
Escape from Tarkov.
Thank you. I forgot the name for a second. If you've heard of Escape from Tarkov, it's pretty much just that in VR. There's really nothing too special, although it did just get its full release. Left beta not too long ago. I have yet to launch it.
Didn't it just release on Quest?
Yeah, it did release on Quest as well. So overall, like I'd say Ghost of Tabor is a pretty good game. I'll have to put a high B, and it's probably just gonna stay a high B the entire time. It's very fun, and it was actually able to bring out like combat instincts or whatever you want to say out. Where like I hear bullets whizzing by my head or like hitting a wall behind me, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta hide. Very few VR games have been able to do that for me recently, so I'll put it at a high B. Family Guy. Where do I want to put this?
Didn't you say this game was good?
This game is horrible, but it has really funny jokes and writing if you like Family Guy. And I will give them that. They delivered very well on making a Family Guy game.
Low
But
D.
it is licensed.
Low D. I think it's low D because I hate Family Guy. I can't stand it. For all you people watching who like Family Guy, now's your time to leave. I don't like it.
I'll put a high D, because it's not a bad game. It's a Family Guy game. They did deliver on what they were trying to make.
Is it
which
really
I think
better than
cool.
Cats Hidden in Italy, though?
So, anyway, Clone Hero. This is Guitar Hero, except better, and it's for PC, and you can download any song you want. I love Guitar Hero, and it's a fantastic game. A tier, low A.
Yeah, not much to say about it.
Godai, Elemental Force. Probably no one here has heard of this game. I'll get some gameplay real quick, and we will make our judge based off of this.
Just to set the precedent, like, I haven't played a lot of the games on this list, so I just don't say anything. It's because I am not going to chip in because I don't know what the game is.
By the way, the audio is turned up for the people watching. I'll let you decide which tier this goes in.
Okay. Tank controls? Oh, that resolution is really awesome. Is this open world? Is this like an open world?
Nope. It's linear.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's got the world's best cutscenes, too. Look at that. Wow.
It's real time, though.
It is real time.
Even if
I'll
the
give 'em
textures look like PS1.
But the gameplay looks pretty cool, right?
I mean, not really.
Look at how good this walking animation is. Wow.
So, like, can you not move the camera at all? Is this...
Nope.
Okay. Oh, look, okay, they got the reflections in the water, though.
They do have that. I'll give them that. But you
Oh, that
played
frame
this
rate?
game for the combat.
Okay, that frame rate looks stable.
Oh, it was not. By the way, this is the game. Okay, here we go. So yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. This is awesome combat. By the way, there is no audio, just for context, Justin.
Okay.
This game has no audio. It's just music.
It really has no audio.
Yep, there's no audio whatsoever.
This
There's
might
no
be an
walking
F
or
tier
anything.
if you want me to rank it.
Yeah. They literally made an entire game and just forgot that audio was a thing. What do you want to put it at? That's okay.
If I'm being objective, F. If I'm making a joke, funny S tier. But obviously, like, it is worse than Overwatch 2 because Overwatch 2 is still like a game in the sense.
Overwatch 2 does have a working audio system, so I'll give them that. Okay, Overwatch 2 had audio, and that's about it. Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. This is a quick little like game that you can get for like 50 cents off Steam. It was made during a game jam. Great game, honestly. It's just a very fun story. Milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk.
It's the kind of thing. Harry said something very similar on a Steam review, but it's like a 10-minute game, but it has a lot to say, and I think that's the sign of a good piece of art.
Yeah.
Really, like you can't really look at it as like a video game in a traditional sense. It's a very interesting piece about like mental illness, and I think you should give it a try if you have 99 cents in your Steam wallet. And there's a sequel, I think. I know nothing about it, though.
The sequel is a full game. It's like $9, I believe it is, and it's like 6 hours long. From what I've heard, it's very, very good. It's better than the original. But, no, the original, like, I did give it a play, and it's very, very fun. I'd highly recommend just giving it a spin. You can literally beat it just like drinking your morning coffee. It's very fun. But no, it does say more in like the 20 minutes that I played than most games do in 20 hours. So because of that, I know there is a better version out there, and I mean it's not like revolutionary or anything, but I will have to put it A tier. Low A.
Yeah.
But
because it's not really like a video game, but
Yes.
it's a very interesting piece of art.
Yeah. Grim Lord. If you guys have ever heard of the like small indie game Dark Souls, this is that in VR, except it doesn't work.
Yep, and it got a bunch of YouTuber sponsorships, and people
Yep.
are like, "It's the best game ever."
Yeah, it was not the best game ever. Counter-Strike 2. I don't know how to feel about this one.
It got an update, so you gotta put a S tier. I mean,
Yep. I like Counter-Strike a lot. In terms of competitive multiplayer games, it's probably my favorite one out there. The community is horrible, and I think it's hilarious. The gameplay is very solid, and it's got some of the best guns I've ever played with keyboard and mouse. Counter-Strike 2 removed a lot of stuff, and I know their recent update just screwed over the skin market because you can now put stickers anywhere on your guns, which for some people that's a lot of money lost. It's a cool feature, but it was also kind of a part of Counter-Strike, the skin market, so...
Also, I want to say, I know graphics, like, obviously are not very important, obviously,
Yeah.
especially when in a competitive game like Counter-Strike 2, but I still think Counter-Strike 2, like, visually, is probably the best-looking competitive shooter that's still an optimized product.
Yes.
Like, Source 2, in general, has been a great showcase of, like, how to get amazing visuals with optimized methods, especially the shaders. Like, the smoke shader and the water shader in Counter-Strike 2 are great.
They are very cool. I may have to put this above Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. I don't know if I can put it any higher, just because of the stuff that they've done.
Yeah, that's fair.
But at least for now, Counter-Strike 2 is a good game. I'll be the first to say it. But it is
still
good.
Counter-Strike. It's still CSGO, really.
It is, and it's very fun. Anywho, Red Matter 2. This is a very cool game. I'll pull up a video real quick for you, because this is honestly unlike any other VR game I've played. Let's see. Pull up the trailer real quick. So, Red Matter 2 is a space puzzle game. with extremely good-looking graphics. For VR, this is probably one of the best-looking games I've played. I ended up just staring at glass for like 10 minutes because of the level of detail in the glass. But you can imagine this. Like, if you guys have ever played VR before, I don't even need to say how good this looks in a headset. Doesn't matter what headset you have. But no, this is a very, very good-looking game. And in terms of just general gameplay, it also is just very fun. It's a puzzle game. They did a really good job at that. And it gives you a very cool sense of scale that most VR games just aren't able to hit. And it also has a very unique way of solving the issue of I don't know what buttons to click in VR by just making the controllers the gadget that they use. So that way you don't need to look down to see what buttons to click. They're just right there. Jamie, don't bark. Give her pets. Thank you. Hey, Jamie. She's barking again.
She doesn't like Red Matter 2.
She doesn't like Red Matter 2. Do we have to put it lower on the list because she doesn't like Red Matter 2?
I've never played it, but yes.
Alright. Jamie, what should we put Red Matter 2 at?
Fucking F tier.
Oh. It's worse than Overwatch 2. But no, it is a very good game.
Is it better than Doom? I don't know if it's better than Doom.
That's a good question. It's very good, but better than Doom. I'm gonna have to put it there. It's very good. We are just starting with all the fun games.
Yeah, but like all the games I know are like...
I mean, you can see the bottom of the list. You got Finding Nemo down here, you know? You got Flocklapa, or whatever you pronounce that as. I forget.
But hey, we got the least controversial game released this year, Starfield.
Yeah. This is going to be a controversial opinion. I like Starfield a lot. It's their best game. Still a Bethesda game, so... Also not that great. But this is the best entry, in my opinion, that they've ever done. I'm also a big space person. I like space games. They're fun, if you couldn't tell. Metroid Zero Mission. It's a remaster of the original NES game. Honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's my favorite 2D Metroid right now. It's a fantastic game. It's got a very cool sense of scale. It's got very, very fun and solid and smooth gameplay. The controls still are fantastic to this day. Very cool art style. Like, overall, just a great game. Recommend it to everyone. There's only, like, 2 parts in it that you'll need, like, an actual tutorial for. But other than that, in terms of Metroid games, this is the most streamlined, like, Metroid experience that's not, like, fusion linear, you know? Green Hell VR. I played the PC version of this. This was my first time playing Green Hell VR. This game requires a manual. You're in a headset. It was very fun, especially like just to play on a call with someone. This was very enjoyable. That being said, the development for this, they just stopped doing on PC, and there's a lot of major issues with it. So overall, great game. Love it. It's just... They promised a lot of things like multiplayer and then just completely abandoned the project and now support it only on Quest and PSVR 2 to my knowledge.
Yeah, and support on Quest and PSVR 2 is in quotes because on PSVR 2 the game runs at 15 FPS and crashes a lot.
Yeah, so the best experience is to play it on PC, and if the PC one doesn't have all the updates the other ones have, as a game, great. As, like, a port...
C-tier?
Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna put it above Sneak King.
Do you think Rimworld is better than Green Hell VR?
We'll do that. I think that's fair, because it is a good game. I think it's better than Grimlord. That being said, it's not up here. Legend of the Guardians is better, okay? The Evil Within. This game had one amazing feature called, we're gonna put giant black borders that just take out your immersion.
Yeah, what was the aspect ratio? Like 16 by 10?
No, it was like a 21 by 9, I think it was. But yeah, it looked like this. It was made by the same guy who made Resident Evil 4, same director.
Oh, ew, that FOV is disgusting. Oh my god.
Yeah, but this is how the entire game looked, and you really could not control it. And because of that, like, you were able to get shots like this that look cinematic. But other than that, like, it didn't help the gameplay at all. It would have been better just to get rid of these black bars, but you can't. So, good game, just some very poor art direction choices that I don't agree with. I don't know where I'd put it though. I may have to put it high C.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right, Cats Hidden in Paris. I know you guys have been asking for a long time what's better, Cats Hidden in Italy or Cats Hidden in Paris? I may have to agree with you. Guys,
I think this might depend on which fucking do you prefer the country of Italy or the city of Paris? See, Cats Hidden in Italy has all of Italy. Therefore, it has more content by default. Cats Hidden in Paris. Also, he doesn't have legs in the cover. He has legs in the
that's
cover.
true. We're gonna have to put Italy on high D, okay, guys? Vale. This is Counter-Strike in VR. It's actually a pretty fun game. I like it a lot. The community's not the best, but it's also very, very small, and they're dedicated. That being said, it is a very, very good game. I'm genuinely impressed with the amount of detail that went into the guns.
Is it better than Starfield? I don't know, because it's kind of an issue of, like, it's only now picking up steam. The issue is the game has been out for 3 years.
Yes, the game has been out for a while, and no one's been playing it. But it is finally, like, fully released. There's Quest versions and such like that, so it is gaining traction.
If it comes out on PSVR 2, that'll be a big thing for them.
I'll have to put it here for now. Just because, like, it is a good game, you know? It's just... I don't think it's better than Starfield yet. That might change as time goes, but at least for now, I'll put it right here, because it is better than Ghost of Tabor, I will say that. But it's not... I don't think it's above Starfield. So, The Walking Dead Retribution.
I have some thoughts on this game.
Yeah, we both have some thoughts. So this is a sequel to the original Walking Dead in VR. It was supposed to be just like extra DLC to the game. They turned it into a full thing. I didn't have any issues with it. I know there were some issues at launch, and the Quest 2 version is just completely butchered. That being said, I encountered less bugs in this version, less performance issues, everything like that in this version. The ones that I experienced early on were, I found out, my fault. But at least on here, I had quite literally like close to no issues with the game. Outside of the fact that the trial, which was like their wave mode, where you could just infinitely play the game, that wasn't included in Retribution, which I kind of don't agree with. But other than that, I love it.
Okay, let me shoot my shit here, because I have some thoughts. I've been playing a lot of the original Saints and Sinners lately, because that game just turned 4 years old. I have like a lot. I played that game a lot. I love the original Saints and Sinners. Saints and Sinners 2 Retribution. I don't think it's kind of a regression in some ways, which is weird to say because the gameplay is barely any different, which is not a complaint because Saints and Sinners, they have that gameplay loop locked down, so there's no reason for them to change it that much. But it's a situation of like, the game was clearly made. If I had to guess, the game, I don't want to assume what the development was like because I don't want to accuse any developers of anything, but I feel like the game obviously very clearly started as DLC. You can go into the files of the Saints and Sinners 1 game on PC and find stuff that's in the sequel. And as time went on, either they wanted to make it a separate game or somebody higher up forced them to make it a separate game. And it was definitely made in under a year, like as a full product. Like, and the story isn't as good as the first game. There's so many progression blocking bugs. It's really inconsistent bug wise. Like, I played it on PSVR 2, which arguably is the most polished version of the game. I did not have any issues in terms of progress blockers or anything like that. Some people could not finish the game. Some people were crashed all the time, got stuck. Like, some people could not finish the game, which is not good. And like, I don't know, it's just Saints and Sinners 1 was such a polished like experience overall for VR game. And Saints and Sinners 2 is not really. In Saints and Sinners 2, it has a lot of cool ideas that they just don't execute on. So I think it's worse than the first game, but I don't think it's awful or anything. Like, there are improvements over the first game. You have the chainsaw, which is awesome. The game looks really good. It has some great lighting effects that they added to the PC and PSVR 2 versions, not Quest 2. The Quest 2 version, if we were talking strictly the Quest 2 version, the game would be F tier, because you literally can't play it. But if I had to rank it personally, I would give it a low A.
Honestly, same. I think it is better than some of these games, I may have to put it here. Because, at least for me, I had no issues. Like I said, game for me, perfectly fine. There's a reason that this game is installed on my computer and not the first one. Even though the trial is there, I have more fun progressing in the world of Retribution than I do going back and playing the trial over and over. Just because of, like, the gloves. You can get these gloves where you can, like, punch zombies, and it's super fun. Like, there's, or just, like he said, where you get the chainsaw, or, like, there's night missions and all this different stuff. So for me, I like that variety more. Just because of that, I think this is a fair spot.
Yeah, not to focus on that game for too long, but I'd say if it wasn't for all the bugs and the issues and the design regressions, it'd be an S tier. Because the original Saints and Sinners, I think, is an S tier, but purely just because of the bugs and the issues and the design issues of that game is what brings it down.
I think if they were given a little bit more time, like even just another 6 months of development, it'd be an S.
Yeah,
but,
and if the development had a more clear vision, because I feel like they wanted to do a bunch of different things.
Yes.
But I could make a whole essay on that, so let's move on to the best game on this list.
Yep, so we're back in it with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. So if you guys don't know, this is immediately an S tier game.
It has good graphics.
Yep, this video can only be found online in my video going over the worst games that I own. No one else has played it before. So,
it's newly released. It just came out the other day. Ignore the Xbox logo. Look at that resolution.
It's got a bunch of performance issues. The gameplay is just dumb boring. There's nothing fun about it. Yeah, it pretty much is Die at Dead Island. And the progression, they give you choices, but the choices are just how much gas you want to use in your car in order to get to the same location. It's just very, like, plain. It's not one of those bad games that's just fun to make fun of and is just horrible out the wazoo. It's just a bad game.
If it's so bad that you can't even say anything about it and it's not even funny bad, I'd honestly say it's F.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards F.
It's probably better than Overwatch 2, maybe. I don't know.
I'll have to put it here.
Overwatch 2 doesn't run at 4 FPS, so you...
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll put it here because Overwatch 2, I just want to make this clear, by the way. I kind of skipped over Overwatch 2. I like Overwatch 1 a lot. One of my favorite games out there. I have hundreds of hours in it. That being said, Overwatch 2, the way that it released, the way that they've been marketing like their skins and everything, that's why I want to put an F tier, because Overwatch 2 did not need to happen. Overwatch 1 could have stayed, and no one would have cared. Overwatch 2 at this point was just a marketing stunt, and the only thing about it, which was the campaign that I was extremely excited about, got canned. So what's the point in playing Overwatch 2 then? For 5-player competitive play, you know, it kind of just ruins a lot of it. Especially because these characters weren't designed for 5-player. And I really only played competitive. So that's why I'm putting Overwatch 2 F tier. Walking Dead is just a horrible game overall. But it does have audio, so it's better than Godai. Escape from Lavender Island. This is a very cool game. I only played the demo of it, I'll be honest, guys. I did want to put it here because it is a really cool game that, like, not many people have heard of. But it is, if you've heard of, oh my god, what's that game? Totally blanking on what it's called. Cruelty Squad. It has a very similar art style to that. I'll show you a video of Escape from Lavender Island. But yeah, it's got like under 100 reviews on Steam. It's very good though. Alright, let's see.
It looks like Five Nights at Freddy.
Yeah, music is also super cool. Story's nice. Turn that down. See, it's got like a very odd art style. This isn't really something you'd find in video games nowadays. It kind of just looks like a jumbled up mess of Windows 98 stuff. But the story, graphics, gameplay, everything like that is very fun. Plays very fluidly. And it definitely knows how to keep a pace. I know the game kind of looks bad, but that being said, please give it a try. And especially for other stuff from the developers, it's got like 99% positive on Steam. Like, it's a good game. You can play as a flying butt, okay? That's good. So, anywho, that's that game. Like I said, I only played the demo. I do know about most of the game, though. So, that's why I did want to put it here, because I can at least say something about it. And because of that, I'll probably put it...
I don't know if you should put it on the list if you've only played the demo.
No, I did play enough of it. Like, the demo's pretty decently long. I think I'll just put it here, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Because I do know about the rest of the game, and the rest of the game is pretty cool. Like, the demo's a pretty decent chunk. You get the full first world, and I think there's only, like, 3. So, very good game, though. I'm gonna finish it soon. Grand Theft Auto 5.
I have a lot of opinions on Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'll say this now. I've played Grand Theft Auto 5 like 6 times, but I haven't actually like finished the game yet. I played it on PS3. I played it on Xbox One, PS4, PS5, PC twice, and every single time I played for about 10 to 15 hours, and I gave up.
I have beaten Grand Theft Auto 5 multiple times. My opinions on the game are like. There's a lot I could say, but it's kind of aged, really, I feel like, in a lot of ways that people don't admit because it's Rockstar, and there's this, like, opinion, like, in the gaming community that Rockstar can't do anything wrong and their games are perfect.
No.
GTA 5 is nowhere near a perfect game. I would honestly say it is one of the less good games Rockstar has put out. Not bad. GTA 5 is far from bad. I have a lot of hours in GTA 5. Like, I played a lot of GTA Online. Obviously, this isn't about Online. Online's a whole different game. But GTA 5 is not bad. It is good. It's very good. Sometimes it's very good. But I think the writing and the social commentary, like, it's so not good. There's a really good video on this on YouTube. Someone did a video essay. What? Can I look this up real quick?
Yeah. But the real question, is it better than Starfield?
Is it better than Starfield? Yes.
It is?
I think so.
Because I'd be comfortable putting it on high B.
I feel like it has actual writing. Starfield doesn't really. GTA 5 retrospective.
Because I'm fully willing to put it.
It's this video by David OZ.
There.
It's like an hour long, but if you have the time to watch it, I would, because I think this is a very good analysis of the game overall.
It's an hour long. Why is it peaked right here?
Because
3 bullets in a bag.
It's because like one of the better scenes in the game, like the more iconic ones.
Yeah, I know like nothing about the game, but I mean, from what I've played, I've sunk a couple, probably like 100 hours into it at this point. I still haven't even bothered to finish it. But out of what I've played, honestly, I think it is better than Starfield, just because it's a very fun game, especially like the random people that you can find. Like to me, that's most of the fun. You can just find some random guy talking about like stupid stuff on like crazy drugs. I think it's funny. Metroid Samus Returns. This is the 3DS remaster of the Game Boy game. I don't think I'm going to be controversial here at all. I think it's universally agreed that this is one of the weakest entries in the game. Gameplay-wise and everything like that, this is the best controlling, best feeling Metroid out there. I especially love the fact that it's on the 3DS. It feels very nice. That being said, the actual gameplay is just kill 40 Metroids. That's it. So instead of like just going around and killing different bosses and seeing like all these cool environments and everything, you just are given 40 different locations to kill Metroids, and that's about it.
Wait, they have the Mets in there?
Yeah, the Mets, baby, the Mets.
It's about the Mets.
But is it better than Legends of the Guardians? It's better than Hubris, so I think I'd be comfortable putting it here. I'll put it here. Lego the Hobbit. This is another game that I did for a video. This one was fun. I like the Lego games a lot. Honestly, I think we can all agree that Lego games are good. I'll put it here.
It's not Harry Potter, and Harry Potter.
I
have some fucking opinions on Harry Potter. Okay.
All right. Everyone's favorite game.
Newton Gifter's Sake.
Newton Gifter's Sake. This is a 30-minute DS game based off of a Norwegian movie, I think.
I think. I don't know.
Guys, this is gonna be very hard to say. I think it's better than Family Guy.
Alright, I'll see you later.
No.
I made the dog mad.
Oh, she's upset. Jamie, hey.
Oops, okay.
Come here, puppy.
I ruined the stream.
Hey. Jamie.
I ruined the stream
Hi,
for
guys.
a bit. I needed to do that.
Be quiet, please. Thanks, doggy. If I put her outside, she just gets super loud. She just keeps barking at my door.
I had to do that, guys.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But my other dog that usually is here, she's very aggressive, and he would not be allowed over.
I'd be dead on stream. You guys want to see like a live leak video?
It'd literally just be, instead of ranking every game I played in 2023, the video would just be called "Killing Justin with a Dog."
I'm taking over his YouTube channel.
Yes. All right. Half-Life 2, specifically the VR mod. I got to play this. I played most of it so far. I'm finishing. I probably have 2 hours left.
Yeah, you're pretty close to the end.
Fantastic port. Love the game. It plays very good in VR. I love it.
I have some thoughts on Half-Life 2 in general. I've never played the VR mod. I think Harry's gonna let me try it out later.
Yep.
But I've watched it and it looks like a great VR port.
It's a fantastic VR port.
Nothing to say about the VR port other than it's a fantastically ported game. But Half-Life 2 as a game turns 20 this year.
I have never played Half-Life 2 desktop or just on a flat screen at all. My first time playing it was in VR, and it feels like it was made for VR. You can tell the segments that are designed for PC, like the driving, and you can tell little things like sprinting is ridiculously fast. That being said, very, very fun game in VR. It kind of feels like it was made for it in a lot of segments, especially little scenes where they throw out flares and such. They just look so good with the headset.
And
it just plays better than most VR games out there, which I think is funny, and it's 20 years old.
Even outside of VR, it's still such a fantastically designed game, in terms of the way the levels are and the progression, and what's in the levels and how it eases players into its game mechanics. Half-Life 2 has aged miraculously well for a game of its time. S tier.
Honestly, I was gonna say this would probably be controversial putting it here. But yeah, no complaints here.
I feel like whether or not you think it's S tier is probably personal opinion. I don't think Half-Life 2's story is super great.
Half-Life 2's story is stupid. I will fully agree on. That is the stupidest story I've ever experienced in video games. It just sucks.
I think Half-Life's lore is pretty cool. I really like the lore. I don't like the actual plot of Half-Life 2. I'm a great cool. I'm very awesome.
Yeah. Alright, Summoner. This is a pull-up gameplay for you guys because you probably have not seen it. I have it.
I have not seen it.
So this is a game that my aunt got me for my $100 game video. This is a RPG for the PS2 with really bad combat but a pretty decent story.
Hey, it has actual camera movement, so it's better than what the G game, whatever it was called.
Godai. Elemental Force. This is a pretty decent RPG. I'll give them that. It's not a bad experience if you are playing on the PS2. That being said, nowadays, it's a pretty bad experience. But I'll put it above Cats Hidden in Italy, okay? No, it's better than Cats Hidden in Paris, but it's not as good as Cats Hidden. We'll put it here.
Cats Hidden in Italy was a big step for the franchise.
It was. Pavlov.
I have a lot of fucking things to say about Pavlov.
So, Pavlov is a funny game. A really funny game.
Pavlov at graphics.
Visually, it's good. Gameplay, it's good. It's a VR game. It was originally Counter-Strike in VR, and then it just turned into one of the stupid... Tomato. What? I was not expecting you to be here. Okay, hi. Alright, well, he's one of the people I met playing Pavlov. Remember when I was sitting on my computer? And I was just trying to test out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you. I was there too. I was just in time on there.
Yeah, he was one of the people. All right, that's actually really funny. Yeah, Pavlov S tier. It's a really funny game. I enjoy it. Overall, it just controls great, sounds great, visually looks great. It's just a fun game, and it's still getting support, even though it's one of the earliest VR games out there.
Yeah. Let me say some thoughts about Pavlov. I absolutely agree with the S tier ranking. I love Pavlov. I got onto the Pavlov train April last year when it came out on PSVR 2. I love Pavlov because even outside of TTT, I play a lot of TTT. That's what I get on Pavlov for most of the time. But Pavlov as a VR game still one, it looks really good. It has great textures and materials on its environments and its weapons. And the way the gunplay works is fantastic. More VR games need to have the way Pavlov mixes use of the grip button and the trigger to grab things. More VR games need that, I feel like. It controls great, It's really not janky at all. It's very well polished, and it's an older VR game like that's evolved with the times, and it's getting updates. Like we're gonna get a new map like in the coming months, which is awesome. Yeah, it's a great game. I'd say it's an S tier. Even the vanilla experience, I've never played it with mods. I don't think he's ever played it with mods.
I have, yeah. Mods are also funny. They're stupid easy to put into the game. You just join a lobby that has mods already, and then everything just transfers over like really easily.
Most of the maps are McDonald's, TTT.
Yeah. Most of them are just you go into McDonald's and then you shoot the cashier. But there are some pretty fun ones. Like the Minecraft map is surprisingly well designed, and I think there's even some stuff pulled from Gmod as well.
Well, the Minecraft map is Gmod.
Well, yeah. But overall, good game. I like Pavlov a lot. Jazzpunk. I played this one on stream. This is the first stream that I ever did. Very funny writing, funny gameplay. Just overall good game.
I'd say it's a mid A, because I've never actually played Jazzpunk. I watched the whole playthrough of it not too long ago. It's not a great video game in terms of the gameplay, but it's extremely funny, and if you know what you're getting into, you'll have a great time.
Yes, I'll put it right here. I like it a lot. And I also did, I'm just going to shout myself out again, but on my second channel, I did a full, video, pretty much just took the live stream I did of it and compiled it into one video. It's the first time I've done something like that. I really like the video. It's one of my favorite videos that I've made.
It has a funny bit where the frog gets hit by the car, and it makes me cry every time.
Vertigo Remastered. I am very, very close to beating this game. I just haven't bothered to turn it on because I got sucked into Half-Life VR, right at the end of 2023. But Vertigo Remastered is just a remaster of Vertigo in VR. Overall fun game. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just good.
Let me say, its sequel, this is obviously not talking about its sequel. Its sequel is a great VR game. The issue is, I played it on PSVR 2, and it's so unfortunate because the Vertigo 2 is such a fantastic game. I really get the hype around it, but the PSVR 2 port launched with a bunch of bugs, and it still doesn't run well. Like, they targeted 120 FPS, which is ridiculous for a PS5. They should have targeted 60 FPS. If they did that game would be an S tier for me because it would run great, and it's a greatly designed game. But Vertigo Remastered, I have seen some bits and pieces of there. It looks kind of similar to Vertigo 2. It just looks like a good time.
I'm going to put it right here because it is better than Hubris as a game. It controls very similar to Half-Life Alyx, and the physics are actually pretty decent. But this is the most gamey game that I've played in VR.
Vertigo 2 is very much a gamey game. Like, you have to be ready for that. They're not.
Yeah, a lot of the VR games out there right now, like Pavlov is trying to be realistic to some degree. Red Matter 2 is just trying to be realistic. You got The Walking Dead, which is trying to make a realistic world.
An immersive experience. Yeah. Vertigo is not trying to be immersive.
Yeah, Vertigo is the first game where you can clip your hand through a wall and you're still going to feel immersed. It's just an overall good game. I like it. Arizona Sunshine, on the other hand, is one of the earliest VR games for zombies. It's a good attempt at making a zombie game. Is it better than Sneak King?
I think it's better than Sneak King because the thing with Arizona Sunshine is that game has aged like milk.
Yes.
But also, it came out in 2016, and 2016 was such a barren time for VR, and it was such a new development that I can't give it too much shit for being not great because there was no standard. It was pretty bad on PSVR, though.
Yeah. Arizona Sunshine, I'll probably put it here on a C tier. I think it's good, but it's just not the world's absolute best zombie game.
There are better games out there right now. Yes. If you want zombie VR game, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
No, don't play that. But no, I'd feel in 2016, if I had a headset and I wanted to play a zombie game, this would be a good attempt. I'd actually like that a lot.
It has co-op.
Definitely, that too.
Co-op elevates it. Because every game is better with friends. And it was 2016, and the only ever multiplayer VR game at the time was Rec Room. And Rec Room was in a really primitive era at that point. So you could hop on Arizona Sunshine and play a wacky co-op VR game with your friends. Also, the IK rig in that game is nightmarish, and it's extremely funny.
Yeah. I will say, though, After the Fall, this is a game that they made later. We'll go over this later. But I
have a lot of thoughts on After the Fall.
Yes. After the Fall is fun now. YouTuber Life. This game I just played for fun. I was trying to just waste time while I was sleeping in bed, and I ended up just playing it for a couple weeks. This is probably one of the stupidest games that I've played, because you can upload a video saying killing the Queen of England or something, and it'll get more views than like any other video that YouTube has ever seen. And it's pretty funny. But it's not really a good game. It's pretty much just funny because you can make a funny title for a video and it blows up. It's not better than Sneak King. Tales of Vesperia. This is a 50-hour RPG that I can tell is beloved by people. People like it. It had a remaster and everything. It's by Bandai Namco. It's actually a pretty decent experience. But the funny thing I will say is, I'll pull up gameplay real quick. Let's see. Tales of Vesperia. So, this game was voiced by the same person, or at least the main character, Yuri, was voiced by the same person who did...
The main character's name Yuri?
Last of Us? Yes. This is, what was it, Troy Baker, and he just sounds very fruity.
The character is called
really
Yuri.
Funny. I know, that's what makes it funnier. But you know, the combat's like pretty fun once you get like a couple hours into it. It does actually get pretty decently fleshed out. And the story is enjoyable too. It did keep me like captivated for a little bit. It's just, it definitely would need a remaster, and I'm glad they made one because like the base game, let's say like you lose one fight, you will have to rewatch this cutscene like 5 times, and you cannot skip it. And these cutscenes are not short too. They're like long. They're like 5 minutes. So you really don't want to lose a fight in the original. But overall, genuinely a pretty decent RPG, and if you are a fan of RPGs, I think you'd enjoy this, especially if you're a fan of Troy Baker and his fruity voice.
He's playing Joel, straight man Joel the Last of Us.
Yeah, we'll put it, it's better than Metroid. I don't know if it's better than...
Is it better than Lego?
Yeah, it is. Alright, Flaklipa,
Mario Kart 8.
I don't know how to pronounce this. This is a Norwegian film, I think, again. I don't know much about it, but I got soft lock because I can't read Norwegian. And because that's my fault, I'll put it out here. Let's see. Muse Dash.
So this is not related to Muse the band. I hate to break it.
Unfortunately not. Muse Dash, the art direction's a little weird. Usually I don't play games like that, but I am crazy when it comes to rhythm games, so I figured I'd try it out. It's like $3. Overall, it's not a bad game. Muse Dash fans are gonna hate me. That Hubris is better.
Man, all those Walking Dead Survival Instinct fans are gonna fucking kill me.
Yes, dude, all one of them.
It's probably like the dev.
Yeah, the single developer for the Walking Dead Survival Instinct hates me right now. But yeah, I'll put Muse Dash B tier because it's not like it's a horrible game. I clocked a few hours into it. I got a couple coworkers hooked on it. It's fun. It's just not my style of rhythm game. So because of that, this video is going to get 9 dislikes. Metroid Fusion. Again, you guys are going to hate me. Zero Mission's better. Much better. Fusion's a good game. You know what? No. Put it here. Because Clone Hero's better. And so is Retribution. So is Red Matter 2. Atmosphere-wise, character-wise, design-wise, everything like that. Audio design. Fantastic game. Love it. Just can't believe it's crazy. But it's too linear. And if I'm looking at a Metroid game, I'm looking for that world that develops over time. And they do have worlds that develop over time in this. You know, this is a very good game. It just bangs heavily on story and progression rather than exploration and discovering your own stuff. Which is fine. I see why people like it. As a game, it's good. It's just... It says Metroid on it. And I don't really consider it a Metroid game. At least in terms of the design, I don't consider it a Metroid game, because it really is the only game here that broke that, like, convention of linear gameplay. I'm working through Dread right now. Even that went back to its original roots, so... I don't know. Or at least to some degree. Nier Automata. What's the one at the top of S tier so far? We have Metroid Zero Mission, which is a remaster of the NES game for Game Boy Advance. We have Pavlov, funny shooter game. Half-Life 2 VR, which, good game. We all love Half-Life, I think. And Before Your Eyes is just a really fantastic story. Nier Automata. This is pretty much the same thing as Muse Dash. Weird art style. That being said, they actually pulled it off. It's got like this weird realistic look mixed with this Very anime-inspired, game. It doesn't shy away from that.
And they do the credits fake out joke like 5 times.
Yes, they do a lot of credit fake-out jokes. You'd be playing for, 2 hours, credits roll. And then you play for 10 minutes, credits roll. Play for 20 hours, credits roll. And then right after that 20 hours, 5 minutes in, credits roll. It'll just keep doing that. That being said, one of the coolest games that I've played, just a very fun game. I don't really have much else to say for it, other than I think it's better than Doom. Not gonna lie. I don't think it's better than Before Your Eyes.
I've never played that game, so I can't argue.
It's a very good hack and slash. I have gameplay, too. It also has... I don't even want to know the budget that went into the boss fights in this game, because they're just so well designed. Let's see if I can find something. Visually, just... The world looks great for a PS4, especially because of how open it is. The enemy counts are crazy. And you want to know the awesome thing? This was ported to Switch with close to little to no performance issues. I don't know how they did it. Especially with, this amount of enemies on screen and such like that. Visually, it's just a very demanding game. So the fact that they were able to get this running on the Switch, it's pretty impressive. Especially because there really weren't many compromises made. So I will put it at high A because it's a good game. Not the greatest, because it is long for how much it says. That being said, it is a very good game. I haven't played the original, though. I'll get around to that soon. Condemned, Criminal Origins. This was a game that my aunt got me for the $100 game collection video. This is some of the best AI I've seen in any characters, even today. Enemies will just, be on some sort of crazy drug and just start going around and, murdering their own friends because they, slightly tap their shoulder. Everyone's unpredictable. And there's so many, specific scenes set up that I just think are so cool. Even just, the lampshades. And this is an Xbox 360 game, just a heads up. But, even the lamps at the top of ceilings, shelves will hit them and fall down, and, you can see the light, moving back and forth in the room. There's just so many cool little details like that that just make it super fun. And I ended up just playing through most of it off of camera. But no, it's just very fun. I don't really know better to describe it. The story's enjoyable.
I have some thoughts on because I played this game when I was a kid, which I probably shouldn't have. But Condemned, atmospherically has some of the most thick, atmosphere of any game, really, any horror game. Its gameplay is it's tense, it's fucking visceral, dude. It's a visceral game.
Oh yeah.
The story is interesting until the halfway point. Once the supernatural stuff comes in, it drops off hard. And then the sequel focuses so heavily on it, and that's why the sequel story isn't as good. I don't like the story very much in this game. But gameplay and atmosphere, I think this is something everybody should give a try at least once. It is on PC. You can play this on PC.
Just for an Xbox 360 game in general, I just think this is a great game. Honestly, I'd highly recommend everyone give this a try. And if you thought the Last of Us Part 2 was crazy when it came to gore and all that stuff, this was The Last of Us Part 2 in the making.
I don't think the game has crazy gore. It's a very visceral, grounded game, and that's what makes it disturbing.
Yeah, you feel like you just killed a man that you shouldn't have. And I think that's kind of cool. Most games don't really do that because a lot of them are scared to. Which, is completely fair, You're telling your audience, hey, you're going to get that feeling like you just killed someone, Whereas something like Call of Duty, it's just so, fake that you don't even feel anything. But no, it is a very, very good game. I honestly think this is a fair spot.
I think that's fair.
I think this is fair. Finding Nemo on PS2.
Every dentist office's favorite GameCube game.
Oh, yeah. This is, if you guys don't know what Finding Nemo is, this is Finding Nemo. You play as Nemo, and you find him. So that's it. The cutscenes suck. There's just half the cutscenes are ripped straight from the movie, and it just does a really poor job at doing that. If I was a child and I was 2 years old and I just wanted a game to play,
just fucking die.
Yeah, you can kill Nemo in this game, which honestly, that's why I have to put it above Starfield. But Family Guy's better.
King, big what?
Big Bumpin'. Big Bumpin'.
I thought this said Big Jammin'.
Yeah, this is a minigame collection with 2 minigames.
It has a pretty cool graphics on one of the minigames. So.
It does.
Admittedly, I saw Harry's video on it, which you should go watch if you haven't watched it. It's called Teaching My Cat How to Play Burger King Games.
Yeah, my imaginary cat. For context, by the way, for people who haven't watched it, I made a video just going over the Burger King games. Also pretty funny. He helped me film it.
Advice for someone who's done this. Film with a camera, not a phone. It makes you look less like a TikToker and more like a professional film person. Even if you're doing a TikTok, I don't use TikTok, but even if you're doing a TikTok, film with a camera.
Yes. Because it was very weird going up to them and being like, hey, can we film at your location? I want to go through the drive-thru and say, welcome up of Wires. And then I want to get a shot of my van 9 times out front. But, you know, that video is fun. I'm getting a little off topic, but at least on here, go watch that video if you haven't at some point. It's funny in my eyes. I think it's funny. But, you know, the Burger King games, they're okay. They were like $4 on launch, so you really can't complain about them. But Big Bumpin' was just the worst one. It was really bad. I'd say The Walking Dead Survival Instinct's better just because it has game.
I have a
this
clip.
Does not.
Off topic, I'm stepping ahead, but I have a clip of Planet Coaster that I want to pull up, so you talk about that while I find this real quick.
Planet Coaster I played for a stream. It was my first time playing any sort of, like, simulator. I've never done, like, Zoo, or, like, Planet Zoo or anything like that. Or even The Sims I've barely touched. But Planet Coaster was my first time trying that, and I thought it'd be fun to learn the game. And while learning the game, I could just try my absolute best to make the worst profitable theme park, and I think it turned out pretty funny. I sunk my business like 3 times. But Planet Coaster is an enjoyable game. I think for people who like that sort of game, this is very in-depth. There's a lot of content that you can digest there. And I mean a lot. Like, there's too much.
Now, my thoughts on Planet Coaster... I never actually played the campaign. I would I would go in the sandbox and make the most like fucked up demon rides ever.
Oh, they don't let you. They don't let you. It's fake people.
I'll turn it down a little bit because my stream is gonna.
I don't even know what me and my friend. Me and like I'm talking.
Yes, exactly.
Like I just built demented people.
No, that's tycoon, kid.
Like that's.
Oh god. This is not you. Oh no.
And honestly, so like
It's really funny if you know how to
Oh my god! What is that box in the damn castle and they're charging back?
Oh
my god!
This is over a year ago. This is when the game was free on PS Plus, so it was almost like 2 years ago. But I think Planet Coaster, I played it for maybe an hour.
It is a very well-designed game, though. I will say that. I've barely touched the surface, and I've played a few hours of it so far.
Yeah, don't be like me. Actually, like, play the fucking game. Don't be like me and do like, oh, sandbox. I'm gonna make a death coaster. Like, actually play it.
I think it's right here. I think Retribution is better because it's more of a gaming game. I'm not a simulator person, but I'll say it. Planet Coaster is better than Metroid Fusion. Okay. I said it. So Pikmin 1. I don't know if a few of you guys are here from that video, but this is Pikmin 1.
That video bombed. No one watched it, guys.
Yeah, no one watched it. It's not my second most viewed video ever.
Oh, number 2.
Huh?
You got number 2 now?
Yeah, it hit number 2. It's at 3.7K, I think, which my most viewed is 4,000, so Pikmin may take over. Pikmin take over? But Pikmin 1, very, very fun game. One of the most unique experiences I've had in a video game, and nothing's been able to recreate it. It's able to simultaneously be the least stressful game you've ever played, and be the most stressful and intense management game that you've ever played. I don't know how they do it. But every single day, you just have to go around, get ship parts, and sometimes, like, you know what to do already, so you just throw a couple Pikmin, you're good. And then other times, you just have this guy who comes in and, like, jumps all over your Pikmin and, like, tries to eat all of them, and, like, immediately, they all just start panicking. Each Pikmin, like, feels like their own little individual being. Like, sometimes they'll trip on rocks and laugh and stuff like that. So it's just fun seeing all these little guys, like, run around, and all of a sudden this super simple game turns into this complete mess on how do you manage 100 little like preschoolers so that they don't get eaten by a bird or drown in water. Very fun game though. Where on A tier I would put it? Probably.
I think it's better than Condemned.
I think it's better than Condemned.
They're very similar games if you think about it.
Yeah, they're very similar. There's blood in both of them. But yeah, no, I'd say above Condemned. Mystery Case Files Millionaire. This is by Big Fish for the DS. There's nothing interesting about this game other than it's a point and click. I think it's more in depth than Cats Hidden in Italy. Next game. Pocket Bike Racer. This is
the final game in the blasphemous Burger King
yeah.
collection.
I already said Big Bumpin' was the worst one. Sneak King's at C tier. It's above YouTuber's Life. But I think it's high D. The game just barely works, but it is driving, and for $4, you gotta think like I think it is. But you gotta think about this too. This game launched for $4. A physical copy of a game for $4. And you could have just gone to Burger King to get their stupid Whopper meal. But instead, you walk out with Whopper and Pocket Bike Racer.
They had to sell the game separately, though. They were so convinced
Yes.
that these games would fucking... Call of Duty,
Yeah.
You are next on the chopping block, baby. We got
Yeah.
Pocket Bike Racer coming up.
Yeah, because originally they were supposed to release as digital games, but they said they were so good that they wanted to make them physical releases for the same price. And for $4, I'll put it above Cats Hidden in Italy, okay? Even though this game's free and you should play it. It's a racing game for $4. You literally cannot complain. Lollipop Chainsaw. To my knowledge, this game has gotten a lot more controversial as time goes because of a lot of the jokes that were created. That being said, in terms of the gameplay, the story, all that, like completely just ignoring that piece of it, especially with the remaster coming around. I forget who the writer's name is, but this was written by the same person who did Guardians of the Galaxy. So if you're into that sort of humor, this is also a fun game. Where I'd put it, probably A or S tier. He's just gonna pull up who wrote it real quick. That's not the right guy.
Who wrote?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
I can't spell. It's
I think it's Dan.
Dan. Hold on, go back. Let's go back. It has to be on the Wikipedia page somewhere.
Probably is.
No, that's not the Wikipedia.
I don't know.
James Gunn.
James Gunn, thank you. Okay.
He did not do Guardian. He did Guardians of the... I don't know. He did
Yeah,
Guardian.
he
He did... Oh, yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, okay, yeah. James Gaming.
Yeah, James Gaming. So, and this is one of his like first writing projects. But no, very high quality game. It's just story's a little bit controversial now, which is fully understandable. It's an 18-year-old like cheerleader with a bunch of weird comments. That being said, it is a funny game, and it's very over the top. It's not trying to be serious. So just completely ignoring that. Like I don't know. Also, the soundtrack. Just as a heads up, soundtrack is mwah. They got a bunch of cool artists in there in order to like create a very like jam-packed OST. The original tracks are done by the same person who did Silent Hill, and the like extra tracks are a lot of like cool music. Like I know Skrillex is in there, Dragon Force is in there. Like they've got some pretty, for the time, this is pretty big because this is still Xbox 360 days. So to get Skrillex in there, that's pretty cool. But no, I'll give it very high A. Very high. It's above Nier Automata, but I don't think it's above Before Your Eyes. It's not a game for everyone. That being said, it is a very, very good game. After the Fall. This is... I'm going to make him upset real quick. This is Left 4 Dead in VR. It's a 4-player zombie co-op shooter. You have to go through, upgrade your weapons, go through different maps, and just overall like get currency in order to upgrade your weapons more and such like that. But it's a very, very enjoyable game.
Yeah,
made by the same people as Arizona Sunshine.
Most of the gameplay time that I have in that game was playing co-op with Harry. So
Yes.
the game in co-op,
Do I not have any gameplay?
pull up my
Uh-oh.
pull up my shit on
Yep.
my YouTube, like a clip or whatever. The game is very enjoyable with friends. It has a great, like, it's well balanced. It has good gunplay. It's just a fun game, man. Like, I don't have a lot to say, like, honestly, like, and it's not because there's nothing to say. It's because it's just a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's pretty much like there's issues with the game. I think it could have had more levels, but for just a general game, after the fall, it doesn't do anything spectacular, but it's good all over around. There's no standout issues with it, which is why I think I got quite a few hours out of it.
Also, compared to the developers' other game, Arizona Sunshine, way fucking
Yes,
better. Like,
this is-
goddamn.
Yeah, just
Yes.
a little bit.
Put your hands up. Where I can see them, buddy. Give me all your money. I'll put a bullet. Pull a bullet.
Just like stupid stuff like that. Like visually, I mean, you can tell they're not like trying to make anything crazy. It's not like the movement system's fun or like
Stand out.
Yeah.
It has a good grind if you like grindy games. Like, it's not ridiculous, I think, but
Yeah.
it's fun. I'd say it's a decent B tier. I don't think it's better than GTA 5 or Starfield, but
I think Vale is better, but it's better than Ghost of Tabor. And the fact I was able to get like 20 hours out of the game, something like that, that's pretty good. I'll give him that. Oh, I think Jamie wants to leave now. Yeah, there she goes. Bye, Jamie.
Hello.
Everyone say bye to Jamie.
she's exiting the stream forever.
She's never coming on stream again. Oh, she's upset now. Do we bring Jamie back?
Well, it's not because I closed the door.
Oh, it's probably because someone's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Well, Jamie may come back. If we see the door open, she'll come back. But anywho, we're pretty much down to the last two games here. And I do want to say this while there's a few people here. I do have this, I'll actually get it pulled up here real quick on my phone. I do have this tier list public for anyone who wants to create their own version of it. Let's see.
If you want to put The Walking Dead Survival Instinct at S tier, you have the power to do that.
Yeah, and you can post it and tweet it at me or whatever you want, doesn't matter. I'll be putting it in the chat of this video, and it will also be in the... We'll put it in the new content chat in my Discord server, so if you want to join that, that's in the description of this video. Totally not plugging, but I also am. But if you want to create this list, it is slightly different. I do have a tier at the bottom that just says have not played, because, I mean, who has played this? You know, who's played Godai Elemental Force? I'm probably the only one out there. But here, I got it pulled up on my phone. Hop on stream. I will post that. And yeah, if you guys just want to, like, post that online, tweet at me, whatever you want, doesn't matter. Post it in
I'll
Discord.
post the Mediafire link for a pirated, cracked copy of Half-Life as well.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
The game is 99 cents on Steam.
Alright. But, no, that's just the list in case you want to do it yourself. I don't know. But I figured I'd just create that as a fun little thing. But anywho, as for the last two games, these both are pretty decent. Tomodachi Life. This is a little 3DS game. You can create your own characters, and they talk to each other, and you just have to take care of the town. It's very like Animal Crossing in that sense, except your characters can be very customized, and you can pick what you want to do with them, and they'll have feeling towards each other. And they also have text-to-speech, which I hated at first, but it has a very cute charm to it that I really enjoyed.
I think it's extremely funny.
It is a very funny game. For Nintendo, this is cool. So I'll put it... I think it's better than Fusion.
Brave.
I don't think it's better than Planet Coaster, because here's the thing. It's still trying to be a simulation game. Planet Coaster is a better simulation game. You can do whatever you want. But for a 3DS game, just a portable little like town simulator, this is good. I like it. And then Dying Light. This is...
Save the best for last, baby. I have so much to say about this.
It didn't have audio.
It didn't have audio.
Dying Light... Oh, I can't move it back, guys. Alright, it's permanently
Just put
F tier.
Yep.
Dying Light, zombie, shooter, parkour, funny,
Not a
Mirror's
shooter,
Edge.
actually.
You're thinking of the second game.
No, I know. I know Dying Light 1 has
I
guns.
know. Dying Light, fun game. It's just Mirror's Edge mixed with an open world, zombie, shooter, funny. It's enjoyable. You can play multiplayer. It's just... And the story's decent. Nothing like crazy, but I think it's voiced by the same guy who did Sonic.
Yeah. The main character is voiced by Roger Craig Smith.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. And he sounds nothing like him. He always sounds bored.
Now let me give my TDLR on Dying Light. Played it first in 2016, forever ago, on PS4, and I still play it sometimes to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It is my favorite zombie game ever, and one of my favorite open world games ever. And let me tell you why. Let me justify this. So, the story. Let me just get this out of the way. The story sucks balls. It's terrible. The only redeeming factor is the fact that Kyle Crane is played by Roger Craig Smith, and he sells the hell out of that character, even if Kyle Crane is the most milquetoast individual ever in any video game. But the gameplay, like, the individual elements of the gameplay aren't great on their own, but when they're mixed together with everything else, it's great. Like, the parkour is... Dying Light 2, like, this is not about Dying Light 2. I could talk about Dying Light 2 for 5 hours. I have opinions on that, too. Dying Light 2 has better parkour than Dying Light. But Dying Light's, like, Dying Light's parkour is simple. It's easier to handle than Mirror's Edge. And it's less janky than Mirror's Edge. Mirror's Edge has a lot of jank that people tend to ignore when talking about it. But the world is designed so well around that parkour, but it feels great. Because it never feels like there's an area or an element that isn't designed for your moveset. In the sense of progression in that game is fantastic with the skill trees and stuff. Because, like, skill trees are overdone nowadays. But in that game, like, every upgrade you get is meaningful. It's like a new ability. Or something that significantly enhances something you already have. It's not just like Assassin's Creed small stat boosts and stuff. Like, your gameplay at the beginning of the game, the halfway point of the game, and the end of the game are going to be totally different because of the way the skill system works, and it's a fantastic sense of progression. Oh, yeah. The soundtrack is awesome. The atmosphere is thick. This game turns 10 years old next year, which is fucking crazy. But it's aged immaculately. If you have not played Dying Light yet, honestly, pick it up. Yeah, if you have a PS5, it runs at 60 FPS on PS5. It runs at 60 FPS on Xbox, and it is on PC as well. And you can get it on very cheap. It goes on sale for like $15.
I will say though, it also has the cool Grand Theft Auto 5 effect of the side missions are stupid funny. Like there was one where there's some like crazy guy trapped in his apartment. He's like, "Yeah, it's my mom's birthday, you know, like I want to go." Yeah, he's like, "It's my mom's birthday, you know, I want to go get like a videotape and like we could watch a movie together." And like he wanted all this stuff, so I went to go get it all. And I go to his house, and his mom is just like a pumpkin head with like just a normal like thing of hay, and like that's it. And he's like so excited over his mother of him like watching the movie and such, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my mom's been feeling like so great recently." Like he's just so happy about everything. Or like there's this one guy who got like so defensive. He's like, "I need you to wire up this gas system. We're gonna have like a full flamed in fence and everything like that." I forget exactly what the specifics were, but like I think he ended up just dying because the entire fence exploded or something.
Yes, because the gas goes off. Like, not to completely diss the writing of the game. Like, some of the side quest characters are legitimately just fun to witness. And, like, it's a game made with a lot of love and care. There's a side quest. It's literally a fetch quest. You go to an apartment to get a gardening book. Yeah. But for whatever reason, they spent the time and the money. Like, you don't need... in the apartment that you go into, there's a bunch of books laying on the ground. You don't need to pick up books randomly until you find the gardening book, because the gardening book, it says gardening on it, it has a texture of it, but you can pick up every book in that room. And they had Roger Craig Smith record a voice line reading out the title of every single one of the books, and I think that's great.
Yep. So, overall, is it better than Lollipop Chainsaw?
Yeah, I think I've never played Lollipop Chainsaw, but if this is my tier list, Dying Light would be S tier, but I think it's an incredible game.
I think just because of the amount of content that there is, Dying Light's a better game. Because let me get this straight. Lollipop Chainsaw, fantastic game. It's about 6 hours long. It can be beaten pretty quickly, and for replay value, there's a lot. But Dying Light, it's just like, what, 12 hours, I think? For the main campaign?
Yeah, plus all the side content and the progression as well, because there's a lot of reasons to keep playing after you complete the main story, and there's the following DLC. The following DLC is such a fantastic expansion.
Oh, yeah. No, overall, just Dying Light's a good game. Highly recommend it to pretty much anyone who's watching this. It's just overall good. Like, I don't really have any complaints with it. But yeah, that's the end of the list. I honestly wasn't expecting to go through this quick. Because even if we talked about each game for like 3 minutes, that's still, 53 games for 3 minutes. That's like 3 hours. So I'm actually pretty impressed we got through it all.
Yeah, true.
But
We
that
saved
being
a lot
said,
of time on Overwatch.
yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely did. But yeah, everyone screenshot it. Here, I'll turn off my webcam and all that. You guys better. Oh, that border's still there. Here. You guys better screenshot this, okay? This is gonna go down in history as one of the best tier lists ever.
If he ever goes into court, you need this as evidence.
This is true. If I ever get arrested for manslaughter, this is gonna be my case. I put Metroid Zero Mission S tier. I shouldn't be sentenced to 30 years. But yeah, no, this is a list. I don't really have much else to say. I was not expecting
This one
to get
really
through
quick.
this really quick.
Basically, do your own list if you want. Post it on a Discord server if you're in the Discord server and want to post your own list. And talk in Harry's Discord server and tell him why Cats Hidden in Italy actually deserves S tier. I'm not a moderator there. I can't stop you.
This is true.
Basically, there were good game, bad game, game bad. I fucking hate video games. I don't know.
I mean, you saw the thumbnail. He hates video games. He's wearing a shirt that says "I hate video games."
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing a black long sleeve shirt, but ignore it.
I got Muse on. We love Muse.
Yeah, next
Absolution.
next live stream will be rating my favorite Muse albums.
Yeah, there'll be Will of the People, and that's it.
Rating every song off the Will of the People and talking about it
Oh, yeah.
for 40 hours.
Yeah. But overall, this is a list. I just want to view it, see if there's anything I would change.
Say but
I'm
maybe
pretty happy.
talk about your opinions on your 2023 games as a whole, and what do you experience?
I mean, here's the thing. 2023 is probably the best year for video games, so playing every single one was pretty difficult. A, for cost reasons, and B, just the fact that I make YouTube videos, Probably half the games on this list I played for YouTube. To some degree, or there's just other ones like Cats Hidden in Paris. You can beat this in 15 minutes. It's a fun little point-and-click adventure game. There's 120 achievements, and if you just beat the game and get all the collectibles, you can 100% in 30 minutes, not even. But no, there are a lot of games on here that I'd say are just good games that I'd highly recommend people try out. Before Your Eyes, just overall one of the most unique games I've played, both with the controls, the story, just everything like that. The fact that you physically have to blink and it connects to just your normal everyday Logitech camera, and it actually works decently well is pretty cool. Or just stuff like Dying Light. This is just one of the best zombie games out there, and I feel like it doesn't get enough praise.
I shilled so hard for that game. Harry, you bought it for a video for B-roll.
Yeah.
No, not even for B-roll. I gave you B-roll, but I shilled so hard for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I did, guys.
Yeah, he got me to buy the second game, so we can blame him in case G-Spider gets
Yes, and I
deleted
have
next
some
week.
thoughts on the second game. They're not entirely positive.
But overall, most years, I'll go out and if a new game releases, I'll buy it day one and play it, If I'm genuinely interested in a game, I will play it. But the fact that there's been, 30 different RPGs this year that are, must-plays, that are, 200 hours long, on top of everything that everyone else has already released, that's just ridiculous. I haven't even gotten around to playing games why am I blanking on the name now?
Maybe.
It's the little robot game that was made by From Software.
Armored Core 4.
Thank you. Armored Core, I have not touched whatsoever. That was a game that I really wanted to play. Resident Evil 4 Remake came out, even the VR port, that just, I haven't gotten around to touching that
Resident
yet.
Evil 4, great game, by the way. Shocker.
Yeah, so,
guess.
I don't know why I can't think of anything else right now, but overall, 2023 was just a good year for gaming. And it feels like it's taken until now when I've actually played a lot of the games that have been on my list of just stuff that I absolutely need to play in 2023. Where now I'm able to get into stuff like Armored Core or play The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because I'm a psychopath. Or just to even look at the games, buy them. I haven't even gotten around to Elden Ring yet. I'm scared to. But yeah, no, most of the games that I bought this year have just not been played. Like, I still want to play Bomber Cyberpunk, and I just have not had the time. So, overall, just good year for games. Even though a lot of the stuff on here, like, this was released in, like, 2001 or something.
Yeah.
This is just everything that I played. I don't really have much else to say.
Anyways.
Go play Before Your Eyes. Go play Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Go play Dying Light. And play Pikmin. Please.
And before we sign off, don't forget to tune into next year's 2024 Games of the Year stream where Harry will rank every Garnet Band game.
Yeah.
Because he will play them.
I will... No.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel called Jacksepticeye. I play some games on there sometimes.
He comes around like once in a while, plays some video games, but yeah, no, I don't really have much else to say other than don't play Overwatch 2. It'll ruin your life.
And Cats and Emily's an S tier, anyways.
Yeah, I'll just move that over there.
I'm gonna like
put Paris
we're signing
down
off. Whoa, I'm gonna disappear from
we'll
the
sign
camera.
off, guys. Anywho, I'll turn it over to webcam now because it's been a little bit. Whoa. I know you guys love the new camera, don't you? It looks awesome.
It's literally
Look at it.
Ultra HD. Look how good the colors are.
It's just the same camera, by the way. The bit's supposed to be that my new camera is back there for actually filming things. But I will say, I did say this on the Discord post, and I just want to announce it now. For videos, just general news, kind of announce it here with you guys live. I have a lot of videos planned. A lot. Pavlov, we saw, was S tier here. I am making a Pavlov video on the second channel, just going over some of the funny moments.
It's really funny. You should watch it when it comes out.
It is genuinely really funny. It's not one of those things where I play it for like 2 hours, grab the funny moments. Like, I am genuinely going through. I probably have 20 hours worth of footage now, and I'm pulling the absolute funniest stuff that I can find. And it's going to be like a 10-15 minute video, that type of thing. Hello, Tara. I don't... Sounds a little bit rude. I was going to say I don't know why you're here either, but no, the stream is wrapping up, so. But welcome to the last, like, 5 minutes. But, yeah, no, on that second channel, I just have a funny little video going up for Pavlov. The February video is getting delayed a little bit, I do want to say that. But it's not because I just haven't sunk time into it. It's more so because I'm planning the 4th anniversary video. Finally came up with a video idea. I'm seeing if it's financially feasible. If it is financially possible, this is going to be one of the, not even one of, this is going to be the biggest video that I've ever done on a much larger scale. This is a very large dedication. When's the next date to the stream? I butchered that sentence hard. I honestly don't know. It's probably going to be sometime March. I want to do about one a month. This one I thought would take much longer than it really did, but I did put a lot of planning into it. But yeah, no, at least for now, I will have to delay the current video that I'm working on in favor of the, in favor of the 4th anniversary stream. That being said, it's not done because that video is taking a while. I'm still keeping the quality, that's why I want to delay it. But anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I did say in the Discord that I wanted to mention a few things like this. I will have that 4th anniversary video coming up. Very excited for that. We have my next video coming up, which is going to be a unique idea that no one's ever done before, surprisingly. I don't know how. It's related to Nintendo. It's a category of games that they have, and no one has made a list out there, so might as well just go over the entire list and create a definitive list. And kind of like share a lot of the ideas and why it came to be. But anywho, just want to talk a little bit about that. Next live stream will be soon. I want to do 9 more this year. They'll all be fun.
That's at least an hour of content, guys.
It is at minimum 1 hour, guys. I'll be streaming for 1 hour.
Stream for 10 minutes usually.
I'll be streaming for 9 minutes in March. But anywho, I just want to talk a little bit about that. Expect a slightly different video for the 4th anniversary. It will be a mix of a short film as well as just a normal G-Spider video.
He's going to the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid.
I will. Second channel is going to be getting a lot of content as well as updates and such like that. Discord's going to be getting some stuff. We have the question of the day coming out. But anyway, that's my last little ramble about just news and general stuff about the channel. I just wanted to actually talk about it because I haven't really had a chance to sit down and tell you, hey, this is what's happening. But yeah, expect all that stuff coming out soon. I don't really have much else to say. So I will see you guys in the next stream or in the Discord or somewhere else. But other than that, hope you all have a good night or good evening or wherever you are. Hope you have a good one. Do you have anything else to say, Justin?
I do not have much else to say.
We're not playing Garden of Banban.
We're not playing. Garden of Banban stream will be the last stream of the year. Don't forget to drink some water if you haven't drinking any water today.
Drink water.
I know there's at least one of you in the chat who isn't drinking enough water.
You're just talking to me. I had like a soda before this and like 3 sodas yesterday.
Okay, G Spider's being close. He doesn't drink enough water, guys.
Yeah,
so
I think he's just talking to me. I don't think that's directed to you guys. He's just telling me to drink water.
drink some water. Drink some water, guys.